Hi everyone, my name is Yosef Falsafi, and today we will be talking about emotional intelligence and why should we care about it. Before getting started, I just wanted to acknowledge that one of my main sources for this video is the great post on Harvard Business School online, as illustrated below, why emotional intelligence is important in leadership. First question, what is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand and manage your own emotions and those of the people around you. People with a high degree of emotional intelligence know what they're feeling, what their emotions mean, and how these emotions can affect other people. I also recommend you to have a look at the article linked here at Mind Tools. Okay, now why is emotional intelligence important? Psychologist Daniel Goleman told Harvard Business Review that the most effective leaders are all alike in one crucial way. They all have a high degree of what has come to be known as emotional intelligence. It's not that IQ and technical skills are irrelevant. They do matter a lot, but they are the entry-level requirements for executive positions. So, emotional intelligence does not replace them, but it complements them. That's my interpretation. According to the referenced article, emotional intelligence has 4 components: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. Please note that these categories are based on the Harvard Business Review post that has been used for this video. There are other models that categorize emotional intelligence differently. Notice that the aforementioned categories can be related and mapped to self versus others, as well as actions versus awareness. Self-awareness and social awareness, they're about awareness. They're not about action and influences. So as you see in this matrix, they are mapped to the awareness row. However, one of them applies to oneself, so it's inward looking and it's on the self column. And the other one, social awareness, which is about being aware of other people's emotions and being able to read the room, applies to the external folks. So it's mapped to the others column. Similarly, self-management is under the self column. However, it's no longer about the awareness, it's about actions that can help you achieve self-management, ongoing actions. So it is mapped to the actions row of this matrix, of this table. And similarly, relationship management. Again, it's under the same row, which is actions, is about actions and influences, but it's under the others column because it does not apply to one person alone, to oneself. It applies to how you can influence other people outside you. Okay, now let's talk about each of those 4 components. What is self-awareness? Self-awareness is the ability to not only understand your own strengths and weaknesses, but to recognize your emotions and their effect on you and your team's performance. Now, one interesting fact is that according to the research, at least one research referenced here, 95% of participants thought that they had self-awareness, but in reality, only 15% of them had self-awareness. This can pose problems for your employees. Working with colleagues who aren't self-aware can cut a team's success in half and, according to this research, lead to increased stress and decreased motivation. To bring out the best in others, you first need to bring out the best in yourself, which is where self-awareness comes into play. Now, the golden question is how to increase self-awareness. There are many ways. One way is to complete a 360-degree feedback in which you evaluate your performance and then match it up against the opinions of your boss, peers, and direct reports. Through this process, you'll gain insights into your own behavior and discover how you are perceived in the organizations. It is recommended that this feedback loop is done more frequently. You don't want to do it every day, but frequent enough so that you can get meaningful information. The next category of emotional intelligence is self-management. Self-management is the ability to manage your own emotions, particularly in stressful situations, and maintain a positive outlook despite setbacks. Leaders who lack self-management tend to react and have a harder time keeping their impulses in check. A reaction tends to be automatic. The more in tune you are with your emotional intelligence, however, the easier you can make the transition from reaction to response. It's important to pause, breathe, collect yourself, and do whatever it takes to manage your emotions. Whether that means taking a walk or calling a friend, so that you can more appropriately and intentionally respond to stress and adversity. Next category, social awareness. Your ability to recognize others' emotions and the dynamics in play within your organization. You need to be able to read the room. Leaders who excel in social awareness practice empathy. They strive to understand their colleagues' feelings and perspectives, which enables them to communicate and collaborate more effectively with their peers. And the last category, relationship management. The ability to influence, coach, and mentor others and resolve conflicts effectively. One note about conflicts. Some prefer to avoid conflict, but it's important to properly address issues as they arise. Research shows that every unaddressed conflict can waste about 8 hours of company, putting a drain on resources and morale. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel to get more information and get notified about our future videos on this topic and others.